Good day, and welcome to another episode of What's Happening Today, presented to you by Rapido News Network. In this episode, we will start by giving updates on a leaked draft decision by the Supreme Court of the United States that would overturn Roe VS Wade judgment. Next, we will talk about the criminal investigation of the 45th President of the United States, Mr. Donald Trump. After that, we will discuss the rising cases of COVID 19 in New York City. And in our final story, we will give updates on the Russian Ukrainian conflict. So let's get started. In our first story about a leaked draft of a decision by the Supreme Court that would overturn Roe v. Wade, a majority of the court voted to strike down the landmark abortion right decision, according to the document obtained by Politico. The release of the 98-page draft document is unprecedented in court's modern history. In December 2021, the Supreme Court heard arguments on a Mississippi law that is a direct challenge to Roe v. Wade, setting the stage for what could be the most consequential abortion right ruling in decades. Though the court is yet to reach a final decision, a report published on Monday by Politico said that the majority of the justices in February privately voted to strike down the landmark case. The report cited a leaked draft opinion written by Associate Justice Samuel A. Alito Jr. Now, we will be very soon posting a detailed history of abortion in the United States. So stay tuned and subscribe now if you want to learn more about it. Now, in our next story on the criminal investigation of the 45th President of the United States, Mr. Donald Trump, by Manhattan prosecutors appears to be stalling out. The separate investigation into whether the former president and his allies illegally interfered with Georgia's 2020 election result took a significant step forward on Monday, as 23 people were chosen to serve on a special investigative grand jury. The panel will focus exclusively on whether there were unlawful attempts to disrupt the administration of the 2020 elections here in Georgia. The ability of the special grand jury to subpoena witnesses and documents will help prosecutors who have encountered resistance from some potential witnesses who have declined to testify voluntarily. The panel will have up to a year to issue a report advising District Attorney Fani Willis on whether to pursue criminal charges against the former president. Now, on our next story on COVID-19 pandemic, New York City entered a higher risk level for the coronavirus on Monday. The city moved into the medium or yellow risk category for virus transmission as cases continued to steadily rise, a development that could trigger the return of public health restrictions, although they are not required to be reinstated at this point. The city is now seeing nearly 2,500 new cases per day, a significant jump from about 600 daily cases in early March. The latest rise, fueled by the highly contagious Omicron subvariant known as BA2, does not rival the first Omicron surge in December and January, but recorded cases levels as high as they were when the Delta variant swept through the city last year. In our final story on the Russian Ukrainian conflict, we will start by talking about a huge backlash that followed after an interview given by the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Russia, Mr. Sergei Lavrov, on Sunday to an Italian television journalist, in which he was asked why Russia claimed to be denazifying Ukraine when the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was himself a Jew. Mr. Lavrov replied that he thought Hitler himself had Jewish roots, a claim that has been dismissed by historians, and added, "For a long time we have been hearing the wise Jewish people say that the biggest anti-Semites are the Jews themselves." Now, this statement caused a huge backlash in Israel, with the Israeli Foreign Ministry summoning the Russian ambassador to Israel to explain Mr. Lavrov's remark, while the Israeli Foreign Minister Yair Lapid demanding an apology. Facing sanctions around the world, Russian social team and clubs now are banned from all European competitions, including the Champion League for the 2022-23 season. Now that was all for the major news update for May 3rd. Stay tuned for our next update on the ongoing world affairs. We hope that you find this video useful. If you like this video, hit like. And for a continued update on what's happening around the world, consider subscribing. And to never miss an update whenever we post something new, hit that bell icon. If you have any comments or any suggestions for us, please let us know in the comment sections below. Thank you.